Hey guys, it's the Schmoopy,
And his buddy SilverBaretta.
and we're here today to talk about the badass new Arkham Knight trailer they just showed off at E3. It's really badass, and it shows off actual gameplay, which is amazing. I love the CG footage, but I mean, seeing Batman glisten in the rain is just a whole new experience.
Yeah, this isn't some freaking Kingdom Hearts trailer bull where they freaking say it's a gameplay trailer, but it's CG. Whatever. I'm past that now.
Alright, so we're here. We're going to go through, we have preset times throughout the trailer where we really want to focus and show you guys the things that we caught and on this trailer. So at the end, if you caught something that we didn't, tell us in the comment section below, or I guess just keep it to yourself. But yeah, so
Just for the record, I'm gonna probably yell out "Stop" at Schmoopy quite a bit, just because I'm the stop master here. I know where we're gonna stop. He doesn't. Ha ha ha! How about that? Just play the damn trailer.
All right. So here we go. May contain content inappropriate for children.
We gotta turn the audio off.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so right now he's getting suited up and he's looking like a badass, of course, like he always is, because he's Batman. And his suit is putting itself on practically, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure they really want to show off the suit because, like in City, when you have to suit up on the rooftop after you're Bruce Wayne, I think maybe they'll do that again.
This is the new suit. Well, I mean, he's obviously in Wayne Towers or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but I think also just because of the new generation of hardware, they're really, pushing the graphic detail fidelity here.
But, so this looks like it's either the beginning of the game, maybe you get to switch between Bruce Wayne.
It's some decent point in the game.
Well, because in Origins, they kind of, they want you to play as Bruce Wayne a little bit more with their DLCs and things like that. So maybe they want to switch this time.
Well, they've already established that they already know who the Arkham Knight is and things like that. So as far as where the game is in this, it's probably a decent way through the story.
Right.
At least when he's at least trying to chase down the Arkham Knight and find him. We'll get to that guy later, but I don't know as far as being Bruce Wayne versus Batman.
Well, because Bruce Wayne has to work on his image. Because spoiler alert, Arkham City, Hush takes Bruce Wayne's face.
That ties into a theory I have for you later.
Okay.
So we'll cover. Well, let's leave this be for now. We'll get to it later.
All right.
Right now, but as far as what his suit looks like, I personally thought it looked a little bit more like the Injustice Batman, like the Insurgency Batman or whatever it is.
It looks a lot more like
form-fitting, you know, like that one did.
And in City, it kind of looked like a cloth kind of feel to it. And this one, they really beefed him up.
It's like total metal and
it looks
shiny.
armor.
Yeah.
But he has so many villains he has to fight in full Gotham City this time. He really needs this armor.
Stakes are raised.
Right. All right.
Keep going.
Okay, so he's just going to keep staring at us for a little bit. This is awkward, Batman.
Oracle, obviously, is returning.
Okay, yeah.
Giving the eye in the sky as she was in City and Asylum.
Yeah, and she actually has played a pretty good part in Origins, if you didn't see that.
Yeah, right there. That's the shot. The total, graphic, this is, for the money shot.
This is amazing. I don't know how much of the city they're actually going to touch on. Maybe right now this is the only part of the city they've actually completed for the game.
That's true.
Yeah, because it's not even near release. So.
Yeah. It looks kind of... I actually think when you swoop down... Make it swoop down a little bit.
Okay.
When you're swooping down... Have you ever seen that glitch for Arkham City where you could, go into the Gotham?
Yeah.
This looks like it may be that part just because this is, where all the tallest buildings are, and it has that weird, glowy, yellow, ethereal light thing going on. One thing I will say is that they really seem to be pushing the pop-in on this and trying to make it not look like pop-in. Because if you're really watching this in a really high quality, and as he's falling, the things closer to the ground very, not noticeably, but if you're really paying attention, they are sort of fading in.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they're really trying to work with the power and the draw.
Yeah, they're really trying to push the PS4 because they want you to have an amazing Arkham experience. So they want you to like be there. Like they want you to feel like you're actually in Gotham City. So I think they're gonna try and cover it up with fog, and it just as it goes. All right, so we're gonna go a little bit more. Look, there's gargoyles even for the perched badass look. Heck yeah! All right, so he's flying around
right here.
Okay, right here, the glide kick window. We saw that, and we were like, how seamless is this going to be?
Right. Later on in the trailer, there's actually more options for your stealth takedowns. There's fear takedown and there's stealth takedown.
Right.
So I'm assuming it didn't just say glide kick, it said glide kick window. So you're like glide kicking through a window, right? To take someone out. Which I guess sort of hints on that they're trying to add more options to your takedowns when you're not just in combat mode.
Exactly. And there's so many villains. I mean, they've got to have some way for you to take them out fast, because I mean, there's definitely going to be a ton in all of Gotham City. So that glide kick window thing, we're wondering how seamless it's going to be, but we just want to show you guys that. All right. So as we fly in a little deeper into Gotham City, he decides to fly through what looks like a train tunnel, or the train rails, and then he finds a bat. Ooh, wait, hold on.
There was the glow.
Did
there was the icon, like the shock dive or whatever.
Yeah,
something like that.
So that could either
mean. No. You know what the icon was? It was to call the Batmobile. That's where the Batmobile is going to be.
Yeah. So maybe there's certain spawn points in Gotham City where as you go down, maybe the Batmobile meets you there. Or?
No, I think you just have like a button, and okay. And that's just saying that's like on your radar. That's where it's going to be.
Yeah.
When you show up. So that's a nice little touch.
Yeah. Okay. So he jumps it in like super seamlessly. I mean, he was just flying through the air. He's driving now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. Okay, so right here, this is just a little thing SilverBaretta found out.
So New York City's got a nickname that I found out recently, and it's Gotham City. All right? You are in. So Bristol is in New York. All right. So you're in the real freaking Gotham City right now. I just want to point that out.
That is pretty amazing that they've added that in.
Right.
Also, another few things around here. It looks like there's a theme park and also firefighters and a building on fire. That is a little weird.
This is actually a little welcome to me though, because in Arkham Asylum, where you're stuck in the asylum,
right,
and cities like areas all kind of seem. It was all seemed like one whole, which was good.
Right.
But it also all made it look the same, which is bad.
Yeah.
So with all these, theme set pieces in Night, I think you're bound to see a little more variation, especially because of the bigger city you have to explore.
And from what me and him found out is that it kind of has that noir look to it still. When he's running around the city, you still have that, like, it looks futuristic, but it still has that, like, detective feel to it,
you're a detective after all.
Yeah, so I just think that's amazing. Also, while he's racing around in this Batmobile, it looks like there's other cars you can smash into, as well as concrete. Take that, you bastards!
It really is. You really are just the most armored of cars, the most indestructible of indestructibilities right now.
Exactly. I mean, it looks like anything that gets in the Batmobile's way is just gonna get smashed.
You can keep going. Doesn't this Batmobile look like a combination, like it's like Tumbler armor mixed with the Michael Keaton Batmobile?
It really does, because it has the length and then the armored craziness of the Tumbler. Okay, so all right, right here. He gets into battle mode. I don't think that this is gonna be a cinematic thing.
Yeah.
Every single time, that would piss me off.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's sped up after the first time you did it.
Yeah.
It's definitely not gonna be that slow.
Okay. Yeah, because that would just be annoying. But so battle mode, it looks like he's taking out what looks like little tanks.
It's literally, but he's literally a tank.
Yeah. So I mean, they gotta fight back somehow.
Yeah. You're going to like all range mode, Star Fox style, zooming around everywhere in all dimensions.
I mean and then his apparently non-lethal missiles. But what I wanted to point out, I don't know if Silver necessarily agrees with me, but this looks like it's going to be part of Arkham Knight's little army. There's screenshots they've been releasing, and it's with Arkham Knight, and he has some goons with him, so he's kind of like a villain boss as well. Like, you know how Penguin had his thugs.
Right.
Joker had his thugs, Two-Face had his thugs.
Yeah.
So Arkham Knight has his thugs, but they have huge-ass tanks. So maybe Penguin has his own tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you have to fight different tanks as well. Another little bit of this environment kind of still has that Noir-esque feel to it. It's got the neon lights, and it's really nice. And then over towards the left, this is just... It is the anarchy symbol.
Right.
I mean, it's always going to be around any city, but anarchist is one of Batman's villains.
Either that, or it could just be like a mention that Scarecrow is kind of causing anarchy.
Right. Well, and in Origins, you did fight anarchist, and you did have to collect those damn tags all over the city. So I think that maybe they're just kind of referencing to that again. Alright, so as we move on, it looks like he burns out and does nitro at the same time.
Oh, you see how it was non-lethal? It tasered them while they were on the ground. Pause! But that's because we had to pause there.
Yeah.
But you didn't see that?
No!
It like had a neon glow on things on the ground.
Oh my god!
It tasers them. Anyway, I wanted to make mention of this ejection sequence.
Okay, yeah.
And how this is a much bigger world than any of the Arkham games before.
For sure. I'd say at least 5 times the size of City.
So Batman can't fly like freaking Superman or anything like
Yeah.
that. So he's gonna need a lot of things that will make him gain elevation. So I'm feeling that you're gonna probably have some more gadgets. You're gonna be able to use Batmobile for leverage. You're gonna be able to use maybe the grapple boost like you could in City.
Yeah.
But you're going to need a lot more ways to gain vertical elevation in a game where you can't actually fly.
Right. And, like, the Batwing kind of played a part in Origins. Maybe it'll be able to, I don't know, help him around the city again. I don't know if they're going to even touch on that. But these blimps, I forgot to mention in the beginning, kind of is a reference, I believe, to the animated series that Kevin Conroy did with Mark Hamill. And I thought that was really cool because... they've never really shown blimps, the Batman blimps, in Gotham City before, so I thought that was really cool.
You may mention that if you can gain the vertical elevation, you might be able to actually stand
on
those blimps.
I mean, if you could gain enough, you really could probably make it to one of those blimps. I mean, the skyscraper in the background looks about the same height as the blimp is right now. So maybe you do have to go to those blimps.
Maybe, yeah. It's also possible that it's just like in City with that glitch.
Right.
That you just go through them.
Yeah.
They could be higher up than they look.
Right. All right, so as we go on, he flies through these old-looking signs that are awesome, but what?
Thrift range? They're advertising a thrift store.
Wow. Okay, so right here. Okay, so here's the 2 takedowns SilverBaretta was talking about. Right. You want to go into it?
Well, it'll actually make more sense once we continue it.
Okay.
But basically, this you get 2 options. You get your fear takedown and your silent takedown. Silent takedowns, obviously, we've seen it before.
Yes.
The sphere takedown, if you want to just go through it.
Okay.
What a boom! And then you go from that directly into combat.
Right.
And I guess if you use... There was the button prompt for fear takedown still showed up. You can pause it.
Okay.
The button prompt for fear takedown kept showing up even after he did the first one.
Yeah.
So maybe if you keep going in combat after doing a fear takedown, it'll instantly knock him out by consecutively using fear takedowns.
While you were on the ledge, it highlighted both those enemies. So I don't know if that was only for silent takedown or for fear takedown, as in like that is actually what it's focusing on. Like as he's looking for enemies to fight. So I think that's what it is like that fear takedown. That's how you make that huge combo to just take them out immediately.
It's an easy way to clear rooms with smaller amounts of enemies.
And those sound effects were amazing. They just keep improving that every game, I swear. So his cape is not tattered up yet, so it can't be that far into the game.
Going.
Because, I mean, it's still in one piece, and they usually blow up his cape by the end anyway. So right now, Batman has just entered the Iceberg Lounge. I mean, that's pretty amazing because in Arkham City, the Iceberg Lounge was in a completely different location, and it seems like they moved it into Gotham City.
Right. Okay, you can pause right here.
Okay.
I wanted to make mention of just that whole duck sequence like that.
Right.
You could slide into ducks in the previous game just to make them go into there faster. but it looks like they're just cutting like the whole thing out of the equation. he slid into it and then by himself, without you doing anything, just zoomed down the rest of it. So I don't know if that's just going to be context sensitive to this one particular duct or something, or just for smaller ducks in order to get through all the hassle.
Well, it looks like it looks like they're planning on doing more than one of these ducks, because if you go back a little bit, there is that R1 grapple where you can grapple back up to that duck.
That's true.
Okay, so maybe they have some big plans for these ducks for takedowns and things.
And the other thing was that I mentioned, one of my favorite things about these games is that the flow of it. Everything actually has like flow to it.
Right.
You know? Even like the way this cave flows in the wind, you know? But the combat, you know, it's really smooth like that. So I'm guessing they're expanding more upon that and the smoothness of literally pretty much everything,
right,
by speeding up some of these segments in one film animation.
Right, exactly. So as Batman, he's crawling through these vents because he wants to go and beat up Penguin because he has all that money and Batman doesn't right now. So boom, money. Okay, so right here he talks about.
Keep going. Actually, there's one other thing I want to point out. I might as well kill him.
Okay.
One stone.
All right. So tell me when.
Watch this thug in the back left, everybody. Now!
Okay. Alright, so, so the first thing is, he mentions Arkham Knight. So he's somewhere, looks like probably a quarter and an eighth away through the game. Because he hasn't had his cape beat up yet, and he's found out about Arkham Knight and he wants to beat him up. So
that's your designation, though. His cape isn't beat up.
Well, that's my reference point right now.
Tradition, man.
Exactly. And then the second thing is this
I'll explain this.
This horny helmeted gentleman.
Yeah. This all ties back into what I'm saying about flow and how these games are all about seamlessness.
Yes.
Right? So it looks like, to expand on that, they're even going to add flow to the cutscenes.
Right.
Everything's going to be in-engine, and you can get attacked at literally any time.
I mean, look how he punched that guy right in the
Jesus
nuts.
Christ.
While he's interrogating Penguin, he just knocked out any chance of any children that kid will ever have. I mean...
That kid, he's like 43.
That middle-aged man will ever have. So, I mean... And then he just knocks him out and goes right back for Penguin.
We can keep going, though.
Okay.
What's up with this glitchy, though?
Okay.
What do you... This is something we discussed at Ends, and it's really weird. We don't know if it was just the E3 stream switching up, or if it's plot important.
Right. Okay, so at E3, they did all that light show while this was glitching up. So I have two theories. In Arkham City, Batman was injected with Joker's blood, and it messed with him throughout the game. Like, he would stumble onto the walls, and then sometimes he would even collapse for a bit because he had that poison in him. I'm wondering if Scarecrow injected Batman with something, because in the Scarecrow sequences from the previous games, he would go just randomly into these sequences. Mm-hmm. Like, he wouldn't know that there was gas shooting into a hallway or something like that.
Something in the hallway would fall apart.
Right, exactly.
In a whole other dimension.
So it's either that, which I really hope it would be something like that, or it's just that E3, they did this trailer to show off Scarecrow.
That does give credence, though, your theory to the whole thing about City all, you know, there's that theory about Arkham City all being like a hallucination by the fear gas.
Right.
That would maybe tie into this, because maybe he's still under the influence of it.
Yeah.
The glitchiness of this starts way before it gets really bad here.
Right.
So, who knows? Maybe it is plot important.
Yeah, it could be plot important, which would be, it would be very interesting how they pan with that.
So, moving on to Scarecrow's monologue.
Okay, so Scarecrow is a little creepy.
How many more bones will you crush? Ooh. How many lives will you destroy in pursuit of what you call?
He's very disturbing.
You are the product of everything.
Makes me want to cry a little bit.
Violence, darkness, helplessness.
Look at his teeth.
All that remains is for you to watch
that white eyeball.
as I drag your beloved Gotham.
Alright, pause it. Okay. We have to pause in this ugly moment.
Okay, so it looks like they've completely messed with his outfit from City and Asylum.
In a good way, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, in City, I mean, he lost his outfit, so I mean, you can see it. You can find it on the bridge. So, I mean, maybe that's why he had to downgrade, or I don't... Is this an upgrade for Scarecrow?
I'd say she just found a bunch of rags in a freaking dumpster somewhere.
That's what it looks like. So, I mean, he has all these vials strapped to him. It looks like he's about to go beat the crap out of somebody with some Scarecrow gas. So, it looks... They really... I guess, for lack of a better word, they really changed his outfit to make him scary as hell.
Basically, something happens to him between the time we've seen him last.
Right.
So
I mean, he had some big plans. Maybe those big plans kind of blew up on him, and then he had to work around it. I don't know.
Literally, his nose blew up. Anyway, so let's move on and wrap this up.
Okay. So he's there's that beautiful logo that everyone cherishes and loves. That's on fire.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, so, yeah, there's that flaming sack of bat. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a way to diffuse that whole exciting ramble. So, now to go into more discussion of maybe some of the plot.
Right. Okay.
So, I had sort of a thing. The Arkham Knight, this new villain that they're making for this.
Right.
He has a lot of bat themes.
Yes.
Like he's very much trying to look like Batman.
Right.
Hush wants to be Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
As going so far as to borrowing his face.
Yeah.
And in the Hush comic storyline, he actually takes over Wayne Enterprises.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he does. So the fact that the Arkham Knight now has all this magically has all this technology
and money,
and these like mutant freaking soldiers and stuff too. It might be following a little bit of the Hush storyline here.
Yeah, because I mean, how could he have come into so much money and just now have popped up and been a figure? I mean, like, Batman's never had to fight this guy before, and now he's just there after Hush has done
what he's done. After that cliffhanger in City, too.
Well,
you know?
Hush would somehow have to have found out that Bruce Wayne was Batman.
Well, no, but they were old friends.
Oh.
Yeah. At least in the comics, I think they were. But I could be... I'm sorry, I could be wrong. But that's just my 2 cents, and I think, you know, you maybe
because, yeah, there's, like... He's a new character. Arkham Knight is completely made from Rocksteady. I mean, there's been plenty of, like, people are like, no, he's the Red Hood. No, he's Azrael from City. I mean, he does leave a cliffhanger in City. But, I mean, I personally thought he was Jason Todd as well, but it looks like Rocksteady is completely... They're making a new character for Batman. I hope he reappears, because, I mean, he looks like... he's gonna piss off Batman a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got a interesting suit that looks. I mean,
it looks cool.
I mean, it does look cool. It's got red camo and everything. So I mean, yeah.
Right. So our next point is to talk about this Harley Quinn playability.
Right.
Just a little bit. We don't know a whole lot about it. Her design is way freaking different compared to what she used to be as a Joker pawn. Right.
Even when the DLC for Arkham City came out, Harley Quinn's Revenge, she still looked like Harley Quinn.
Right.
This looks like
sadder.
It looks like she's gotten a little bit, not fat. She's gained weight around her face. So it looks.
Sure, it's not just the makeup and just rounded out the face.
Maybe. She just looks a little bit jollier, but also like she would kick somebody's ass like she did for the cop.
Right. So we're thinking that she's doing a little defecting.
Yeah. So she's not necessarily Joker's minion anymore. She's her own girl.
Especially, spoilers again, he died.
Yes.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Shelby doesn't believe me that he died, but, you know.
And I think that he will make an appearance. He's Joker. He can't die.
Oh, yeah.
Rocksteady, you can't kill him.
Maybe some sort of appearance, I'm sure.
But Harley Quinn, like in Injustice, she was her own girl. And so, and since it looks like they've taken
it's a popular idea lately.
Yeah, they took in some bat suit from the Injustice
They're just taking a lot of cues from it.
Yeah, so, I mean, maybe they're going to make her own crime syndicate lady, or, well, she was a hero in Injustice, right? Or, yeah, she was.
In the actual storyline.
Right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we're not sure. All we know is that this was powered by the PS4 engine, so at the very end, it... after it says, be the Batman, And
it's a PS4 logo.
It's not gonna be an exclusive.
Of course not.
I wish it was, because those Xbox people can suck it. I'm sorry, Xbox viewers.
Jerk. I feel bad for the Conquer fans, though. Anyway, but no, it's not. But then again, this whole conference and where this trailer was shown,
right? So
was Sony, but they also made a point to explicitly say that all the games shown will have something special for Sony.
Right.
So that's why this logo is probably on it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the only thing that we can really think of why that is there, and not the Xbox One logo as well. But as far as everything goes, it looks like it's wrapped up. If you guys want to talk to us, you just shoot something down in the comment section below. I'm not going to tell you my address, but I'll tell you the mailbox next to it. So shoot down those comments. We'll probably do more stuff as they release it, because as we know right now, they said it was going to come out this year, and then they were like, we're just going to maybe push it back a little bit more.
Coming soon.
So
big thing.
There's probably going to be at least one more trailer. So we'll do a trailer. Subscribe to us, and we'll do more trailer analysis. We made a badass intro for it.
One last thing before we go. I want to do your sign off now.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, if you like this video, how about you smash that like button? Like I said, comment down below, and always subscribe to become a 64-bit hero today.
And before we sign off, this is SilverBaretta saying, look up gameplay of the Batman and Robin game from PS1 and compare it to this. There's your positive thought for the day. Bye-bye!
We're going to be doing a in-depth conversation about the super teaser trailer that Square Enix released at E3, which is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Now, we're both big fans of the series, so we thought this would be something kind of fun to do between the two of us, and also maybe make a few guesses to see if they come true in the actual game.
DLC for Batman Arkham Origins, the day before it's out. We're going to be doing the trailer review of it. So this is kind of going to be like what an review kind of thing this is going to be for the DLC. I'm not going to say like exactly what's going to be in this. I'm just going to tell you what the experience is going to be like and whether it's worth your money or not.
And I will keep the conversation going because this is the only Arkham game I haven't played.